All right, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and fishing accomplices, good morning and welcome back to fishing. So it is very early in the morning, mid-March, and it is time to switch things up, folks. This is going to be my first attempt, A, on the kayak this year, and B, trying for saltwater species. I'm not terribly confident that there will be fish around, in daylight at least, but we've had some really nice and warm weather as of late, and I figure why not. I don't have a lot of time off right now. I'm lucky if I can get out once a week, maybe twice now the days are getting longer. So I figured might be as good of a window for the wind that we're going to get on a day that I have off. So we are going to be fishing in northern New Jersey and see if we can get on some striped bass. It's a little earlier than I typically start for them. I don't do a lot of sessions for them, mostly in the year. Like I'll give it a few goes and then just kind of fish closer to home, but this is usually the first spot that's really a legitimate option. I know they are around. It's just more of a night bite and a bait bite and a river bite, but I figured let's give this a go. If nothing else, we're just dusting the cobwebs off on the kayak. So that is what we are hoping to do, and hopefully you will stick around. It's true, because you know how we like to do. We're about to get some fishing accomplished. All right, getting on the water right now. It's sunrise. 46, 47 degrees out. What air temps? Right now I'm reading water temps of 46, so there definitely can be some fish around. Tide is dead low. I didn't even check the tide today because really I just wanted to get in the water and just deal with it, whatever it is. But I'll look into that and potentially flash on the screen depending on how things go. Right now, really the mission is just to dust off the cobwebs. It's the first time taking this kayak out since last day of December, New Year's Eve. It's been basically under a tarp since then, so we're gonna go to where I think there can be some fish and take it from there. Here comes the sun. Yeah, I'm not super confident there'll be a lot of active fish around, and whatever there is will probably be on the smaller side, but we're just going to look around. Fortunately, the fish finder is working for now. In fact, let's turn the battery down just because this thing's starting to get a little bit on the older side. But we're looking for just any signs of life. Bait, but more optimistically actual fish. So we're gonna go to where I think there might be some life and cruise around there, maybe do a little trolling. I don't know, cast, troll, whatever we can do to get some action. I might be seeing signs of life. I can't tell. Sometimes the fish finder is funky. Those look like fish though right there. So let's see. I'm just gonna throw this little Kayak. I don't think anything that's around is going to be terribly huge, but we can always go up in size. Yeah, so this definitely started off as a challenging session for me. I don't usually start this early into March when I do this kind of thing, but as I said, the weather was just too nice to not at least try. So I tried mixing things up. Like I really wanted to try and cast up fish, and I started with a number of different soft plastic options, mainly paddle tails, Kitex, Elias V shads, and different sizes. I started with really small and then worked my way up to some larger stuff and everything in between. And it was a really tough sell for these fish in the cast. I did get a few hits here and there, but ultimately I had some real challenge trying to make these fish hit on the cast. While it certainly wasn't impossible, it wasn't the easiest thing to make happen. Got smacked. Let's try it again. First hit. Yeah, so that was my first actual clear and obvious hit of the day, and it's a few hours in. It took me a while before I really connected with any kind of fish, and it was probably another good hour after this. And unfortunately, dusting off the cobwebs, for whatever reason, I didn't get footage of that. I don't know if the GoPro malfunctioned or whatever, but I did hook one decent striper, like approaching slot size, got him right up to the boat on paddle tail, and then he popped off right as soon as it got next to me. That was the only fish I was able to connect with on the cast. And after that, I just noticed so many more people were hooking up trolling that I just caved and decided to really put a lot of time into the troll. And basically, that was the measure for success for the rest of the day. So let's jump into that.
Got him. Got him. Had to troll him, but it's a fish. Feels smaller than the one I lost. No time. Finally got a fish. Had to troll him, but I suppose it's better than nothing, right? Let's see if we can get something a little bigger and maybe on a cast. That feels a bit better. Yeah, he still feels like a little runt. He ain't that big. It's definitely bigger than the last one, though. Like to get him. Yeah, getting close. Oh, again. Again. Whatever. Just dropped one right next to the boat. Another, approaching slot fish. Of course, I'm losing the better ones, but whatever. It's all fine. I'm not keeping anything. At least I don't want to keep anything. I'm trying to get one on the cast. That would be more interesting. Got him. Let's not lose this one. I guess we should have just started trolling this morning, because this is the way. I don't want to lose this one. I really don't. Got 10-pound test leader, 8-pound test braid. It's not huge, but it's definitely bigger than that one we landed. It's a slot, I'm sure. It's not a bad fish. Not too bad. Approaching slot. Just for the heck of it. Close. That's 26 and change.
Yeah, so by this point I'm marking a fair amount of fish, and we're in fairly shallow water, anywhere from like 10 to 15 feet. And after every fish I hit on the troll, I try casting, but nothing is doing the trick like trolling. Case in point, this is probably about 10 minutes after that last one.
Not a bad fish. Every head shake, it feels like it's coming off. That's not a bad one. Not a bad mid-March bass. That might be slot. That might be a slotter. It's a nice fish for March 15th, or 16th, rather. Ooh, it's waking up. I'm fishing a very light leader, so I'm not trying to push the envelope too much. Fairly light. Yeah, it's the best of the day so far. I'd like to catch this fish. Oh, oh, that was close. I mean, it's not a huge fish, and he's going right back, but that was... At least get the picture. Yeah, all right. That one should be 28. Yeah, that's a... just touching, almost touching 30, just about. All right. Well, we certainly turned this day around, so you know what time it is, folks. First Seltzer review on the Kayak of 2024, and this is getting right back to the beginning, the origin. This is a new one for me. Some kind of sparkling berries, they call it. This is good. Doesn't blow me away, but it's definitely not bad. So if you like berries, you know, in your seltzer, then check this out. And thank you for checking this video out. Hopefully we don't stop catching fish now. Let's get back to it. All right, well, we really are turning things around. I'm not gonna fish too much longer. I want to try and beat the New York City traffic, but if I can get another 2 or 3, I'd be pretty content. And this will only get more, this bite should only get more aggressive as the next couple weeks unfold, especially since right now, you know, this is earlier than I typically start. And the only reason I'm out here is because of how warm it's been lately. But let's see if we can knock out a few more fish before we call it a day. Got him. It's a nice fish. not get tangled up in any of this debris. Feels nice. A few pots over here I don't want to get wrapped up in, so we're going to try and be a little more active in getting this fish. Stay out of there. Going right towards that pot. Don't like that. Nice fish. Being a little more aggressive than we would. I don't want them to get wrapped up in some of the structure we have around us. Woo! It's another really nice March fish. Early March fish, mid-March fish. Might be the biggest of the day. Behind us, I don't love it. Damn it. Alright, well, I just dropped a decent fish. Still fish around. Horsed him in a little. Kind of had to because of all these buoys and such, so let's see what we can do.
Yeah, so after that fish, I started to get pretty tired, and the wind started to pick up too. And considering that I had a bit more of a drive back to home base after this, I decided to just basically start making my way back towards launch, and I didn't really get anything else, so that was pretty much it. Yeah, trolling was definitely the way to go for me in this day. It's not to say the cast couldn't work, but for the amount of effort and time I was putting in, I figured if I made it all the way here, I might as well try and catch fish, and that was clearly the path of least resistance. So I'm sure as the water warms up and things warm up a little bit, casting will be a much simpler option. Not to mention I'm fishing in broad daylight. If I really wanted to have my best option, I'd be here at night, but couldn't make that happen this particular day. But overall, I was happy. Mid-March, what more can you ask for?
All right, that's gonna probably have to do it for today. Yeah, I got some other stuff going on. Obviously the bite's still going, but can't let go of my other responsibilities that I need to take care of. But the big takeaway, I guess, is, again, this is pretty early for me to start fishing the way I am right now, so I'm happy to be catching anything. I think my biggest regret is putting so much time into the cast this morning. I mean, certainly catching with the cast, and even had that one that, you know, we almost got, but I think I would have had a lot more hookups if I just fully committed to the troll. But again, not to say it can't be done with the cast, but I think considering things are still a little bit on the chillier side, it's early in the season, maybe I would have had a more productive day. I still need to get some new gear too, lures specifically for this. I haven't gone through any of my stuff. I just saw that I had the opening to do this, and I figured I'd give it a shot. But surprisingly warm water temps, honestly. It's I'm pushing 50 degrees right now as I'm getting out, so should be a fairly early start if things don't chill off too much, but it can only go up, right? Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye from Fishin'.